Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crypto Code. Today we're breaking down why Bitcoin's transparency keeps clashing with the idea of crypto as true digital cash and why the privacy debate never really goes away. Let's talk about it. Before we jump into today's topic, we want to remind you that here at the Crypto Code, our goal is to provide you with the top news, research, and tips when it comes to finding projects with huge profit potential. Stay to the end of this video and learn how you can earn $10 in Bitcoin and a free weekly trade alert just for attending one of our free workshops to learn more about who we are and what we do. No purchase needed. Our trade alerts have a 93% win rate, so make sure you take advantage of this free alert. Remember, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, so do your own research before you make any crypto trades. Okay, so this discussion flares up whenever big industry voices talk privacy, and it popped up again after comments from CZ, the co-founder and former CEO of Binance, one of the biggest crypto exchanges. The point is simple: if the ledger is fully transparent, fungibility weakens and everyday transactions can start to look like surveillance. So let's walk through it in three parts: fungibility, privacy risk, and why privacy later runs into choke points. Now, part one, fungibility. Fungibility means every unit is interchangeable. $1 should be the same as any other dollar. Cash is naturally fungible because a $20 bill doesn't advertise its history. Bitcoin is different because the ledger is public. Bitcoin isn't just money, it's money with a permanent record. And once a unit has a record, people can treat identical units differently. Here's the practical checklist of what transparency enables. 1. Transactions can be traced. 2. Addresses can be clustered. 3. Patterns can be profiled. Once profiling exists, the Taint concept appears. Coins get judged by where they've been, not by what they are. That's a fungibility problem. Let's go to part 2, privacy and safety. A wallet address isn't a legal name, but behavior leaks identity. Timing, counterparties, and repeated patterns create a fingerprint. If an address is ever linked to a real person through a purchase, an exchange account, or a leak, then past and future activity becomes easier to map. The chain doesn't forget, so the privacy loss isn't temporary. Finally, part 3, choke points. Transparency gets amplified when it's paired with identity, and centralized exchanges are major identity choke points. They're built around identification and custody. They collect KYC info and they see deposit and withdrawal flows. That's normal for regulated custody, but it means on-chain transparency becomes far more actionable once identities are attached. So, when we combine a transparent base layer with identity-rich gateways, we get a system that can be extremely trackable, even if that wasn't the original intent. Now, the common response is, fine, let's add privacy later. This is where we hear about privacy tech like zero-knowledge systems prove something is valid without revealing everything about it. The idea is powerful, but most implementations end up being layers, wrappers, bridges, or opt-in tools. And opt-in privacy has two big limitations. First, it fragments fungibility. Not everyone uses the same privacy layer, so we don't get a uniform cash-like experience. Second, the moment funds re-enter the fully transparent environment, traceability turns back on, and privacy tools that work too well tend to face pressure exactly at the choke points where people enter and exit. That's why default private systems matter in this debate. A well-known example is Monero, which was designed so that privacy is the baseline rather than a toggle. When privacy is default, three things follow naturally. 1. Fungibility is stronger because history is harder to attach to units. 2. Taint narratives are harder to enforce. And 3. We don't have to opt in correctly to get basic privacy. Of course, default privacy comes with trade-offs, more complexity, and more friction with gatekeepers. But that's also the test. Privacy that only exists when convenient is not the same as privacy that survives pressure. So the takeaway is this: if digital cash is the goal, privacy can't be a bolt-on feature. It has to be structural, and it has to hold up when incentives change. And if we're using centralized platforms, we should be honest about the exchange we're making. Convenience and liquidity in return for custody and identity exposure. That doesn't mean we can't use these tools, it just means we should understand the trade-offs. So here's the final checklist. What's being built, where are the choke points, and what survives when pressure shows up? Drop a comment. Should digital cash require default privacy, or is transparency an acceptable trade-off for verifiability? Thanks for watching the Crypto Code. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more crypto insights. Let me know your thoughts on today's video in the comments below. You can also check out what we do here at the Crypto Code by registering for one of our free workshops where we show you how we and our students profit in crypto no matter if the markets are up or down. you register for the workshop, you also get access to a free weekly trade alert. Attend our free workshop, take a short quiz at the end, and we will send you $10 in Bitcoin. No purchase needed. We have already given away thousands of dollars worth of Bitcoin just this year alone. Just look for the link in the description of this video to register for the workshop. It will be worth your time. Our public trade record currently has a 93% win rate, and you can view it here. Best of luck with your investments, and remember to stay informed and stay safe in the crypto world. See you next time.